Namaste. My name is JVN Manisha Singh, Assistant Professor in Department of Food and Biotechnology under Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Sciences in Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. I am teaching you subject Unit Operation in Food Industries for class BSc FST second semester and BTech FPT second semester. In our previous session, we were discussed all about the size reduction, its principle, and its methods of size reduction. In today's session, I will discuss all about the sieve analysis. Okay, so let's begin with the topic. What is sieve analysis? So the question is, what is sieve analysis? Okay, basically to determine the size distribution of particles, the sieve analysis test to procedure is an effective method that prevail from the past. In sieve analysis, the particle size distribution is defined by using the mass or the volume. The sieve analysis is laboratory test procedure in which particles will move vertically and horizontally through the sieve mesh. Okay, so depending on the needs and particle material different, sieving methods are available for the application. Okay, so they are manual sieving method, mechanical sieving method, dry sieving method, and wet sieving method. So what is the principle behind them? During sieving, the sample is subjected to horizontal and vertical movement in accordance with the chosen method. Okay, so this causes a relative movement between the particle and the sieve depending on their size, and individual particles either pass through the sieve mesh or are attained on the sieve surface. Okay, so the likelihood of a particle passing through the sieve mesh is determined by the ratio of the particle size to the sieve openings and the orientation of the particle and the number of encounters between the particle and the mesh openings. Then different sieving methods depending on the material and demands placed on the sieving result. Various sieving methods are used for determining particle size and distribution. A basic differentiation is made between the following methods: manual and mechanical sieving, single sieve and sieve set sieving, dry and wet sieving. Okay. Today, manual sieving is only used where no electricity supply is available. For example, for rapid on-site random checking for oversize and undersize. It is only used for the orientation purpose. Okay. In contrast, the sieve analysis in the laboratory and for quality assurance are carried out with sieve shakers. Modern sieve shakers are characterized by the fact that their mechanical parameters such as sieving time and amplitude or speed are carried out with exact reproducibility. In the laboratory, a differentiation is made between horizontal sieve shaker and throw action sieve shaker. Okay. This is basically the manual and mechanical sieving size. Okay. So go through it. And the use of single sieve frequently also known as a sieve cut and is also only used to determine the percentage of the undersize and the oversize particle. Particle size distribution in the normal sense is not carried out, and in a single sieving process, only a single sieve with a defined mesh is subjected to the sieving movement together with a collector pen. And it is normally used for the orientation purposes. Okay, so sieve set sieving is the process in which a set of several sieves is used together with a collector pan. And the test sieves are arranged in a stack with the largest mesh opening at the top of the stack, and the sample is placed on the top sieve. Okay. Next is dry and wet sieving. Most sieving processes are carried out on the dry materials. However, there are many applications in which wet sieving cannot be avoided. Example, when the material is tested is already present as suspension, or when a very fine sample that tends to agglomerate has to be sieved. As in dry sieving, a sieve stack is assembled on a sieve shaker, and the sieving process is additionally supported by water from spray nozzle located above the uppermost sieve. The sample is placed on the uppermost sieve in the form of a suspension, and rinsing is carried out until the sieving liquid leaving the sieve stack outlet is no longer turbid with solid particles. In wet sieving, the sieving liquid must not alter the physical or chemical properties of the sample. A complete sieving process includes the following steps, which should be performed in a precise, careful manner. Number one is sampling, then division of sample if it is required. Okay, so selection of suitable test sieves, selection of sieving parameters, actual sieve analysis, and recovery of sample material and data evaluation. And last step is cleaning and drying the test sieves. Next is the applications. For particle size analysis of bulk materials, sieve analysis continues to be a well-established method and is described in various standards. Sieve analysis offers exact and reproducible results while being easy to perform and maintaining the physical size fraction. Investment costs are also much lower when compared to, for instance, optical measurement systems. The various sieving methods are fully covered by offering, which includes the ideal sieve shaker for almost any bulk material. Okay. From this session, question may be asked like, what is the principle of sieve analysis? What is the need of sieve analysis? Explain it in detail. So prepare your answers accordingly. And I hope it is clear to all. If you, thank you so much for watching this video.